Hi everyone, it is so nice to see you again and I am extremely excited about this video. So over a year ago now, I believe, I saw a video by Kutovakika where she knitted this beautiful colorwork sweater with the words stitches on it, and I was obsessed from the first moment that I saw it. And just a couple of months after, I signed up for Kutovakika's test knit email thing, and I've been getting some emails from her about other test knits she's had, and I was specifically waiting for this sweater. I did not have time to test knit this sweater. All my friends plus my mom said don't do it. One night I just applied for the test form and I really thought I didn't get it, but then Tuesday last week I got the email that I got the test knit and I was so surprised, honestly, and so happy. I had a lot going on, and then on that Monday a lot of things went south and my life looked kind of different, and I felt like, oh, I'm not gonna get the test knit either. So it just came at a perfect time where all I can do right now is just focus on this test knit. I was so excited about the thought that I might be able to test knit this that I bought yarn even before I was knew that I was gonna test knit, because I just knew I would knit it anyway. And I filmed when I went to the yarn store and bought that yarn, so I'm just gonna put that in here now. Hello everyone, I am currently at my brother's house. He just moved away from home and we're currently every weekend going there renovating this old house, and it's been so much fun. And the best thing is that 4 minutes away there's a yarn store, and it's a yarn store that I visit a lot. It's called Shinagon. I've showed you guys before, and it is very cheap, good price. It has Järbo, it has Sandnesgarn, and it's like a warehouse kind of. And today I'm going to check out some fritidsgarn, I think. I did apply for a test knit for kutovakika. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but I don't know. Either way, I will knit it. And I promised myself I wasn't gonna buy any more yarn, and I will not be able to talk in there. I'm a bit embarrassed, you know what I mean? Yeah, I will check out some fritidsgarn. I've looked online for a couple of colors that I think I'll like. The original Stitches sweater has a rust color, a dark brown for the letters, a cream speckled base, and blue. I don't know if I said that. I'm thinking a blue, a plum rose, a white base, and dark brown. The pattern is 16 stitches by 10 centimeters, and I cannot achieve that on a 5mm with the yarn she used. So I'm gonna go for a thicker yarn. And fritidsgarn is 15 stitches on a 5.5. So I think this will be the perfect type of yarn. It'll be more rustic, but it feels kind of nice to have a colorwork sweater in a rustic yarn as well. And then I couldn't sleep. I was just thinking of this yarn and the colors, so I hope they have them. We're currently there. I'll show you the yarn store. I bought fritidsgarn and it took me forever, dude. I was in that yarn store for an hour. I'm never the one to arrive late or be there when a store closes. If a store closes at 3, I will not go there if it's an hour left, because I just don't want to be, it feels rude to arrive before closing. So that happened, and I was excited about the colors. And the reason why I chose fritidsgarn, the pattern is knitted with a 5mm needle and I think 2 strands of DK and a mohair she used for her sample. And I think when I made a swatch with yarn that I had in stash, I was at 21, 22 stitches something, which was crazy to me. So that's why I bought fritidsgarn, because it is a bulky weight yarn and I managed to get perfect gauge with that. However, I cast it on the sweater and it was just too stubborn and it was hard to get nice tension. It just didn't work out. And then I started the color work. I'm a beginner at color work. I've made one sweater that I ended up felting that I talked a lot about in my latest couple of videos. So I've only done one colorwork project, and then I've tried multiple times before. I feel like I've learned so much with knitting, but colorwork is just, I get the logic behind it. I've watched probably hours of TikToks, Instagram videos, YouTube videos on how to do it. So with my latest colorwork project, I did the two strands, like English style with one of the colors and then continental with the other. I think you say that it has like puckering, like it would pucker a lot. So what I did for this project was that I bought myself a knitting thimble, which is like this little knitting ring. And I was so excited to try and use it. And then when I started the color work, bro, I was so frustrated because it felt like it helped with how I'm holding the yarns, because whenever I've tried to knit colorwork continental, even with like spacing out the yarns, they would just come together and would just So the knitting thimble helped with that. However, fritidsgarn was so tough and so thick that it kept like tugging on the knitting thimble. I would have to readjust it almost every stitch, and I was getting so frustrated. Yeah, I ended up frogging the progress that I had made, and I went to the same yarn store the day after and bought myself some new yarn. I first actually made a swatch with some alpaca wool that I have in my stash, and it worked out on a 5.5mm needle. So this is alpaca wool, and these are the colors that I'm using. This white one is my base color, and then this brown one, this gray one, and this blue one. These two I've used for the color work, like stripes and stuff, and this brown one is for text. I also have one sort of mohair with every single color, and I will list in the description box which colors I've used exactly. So if you like it, you can get them for yourself. This feels so much nicer than the fritidsgarn, for sure. And I love the colors that I chose. The gray is very much low contrast. They almost melt together, and I kind of knew that that would happen. But I'm thinking that when I add a gray stripe underneath here and on the sleeves, it'll look good. I kind of like it, the low contrast, so that the brown stands out a bit more. And I actually started the text a couple of days ago, but I had some issues because I don't want to say this without like giving the pattern away, but also the pattern has since been changed, so I feel like I can try and share it. So the test knitting process is very nice with Ulla Knitwear. I really like it because she doesn't have a tester chat. She only has an info chat only, so you don't have a tester chat, and I feel like you either like that or you don't like it, but I really like it. However, for this project, since I've encountered some issues in the testing process, that happens, you know. She doesn't have a testers chat, kutovakika, but she, in the end of the Google Doc, you can write and add pictures, and I've been having so much conversation with people. So for example, here, before the text, I had a couple of rows of stockinette with increases for my size. The original sample, I'll put it up here, has like the text right underneath this section. But with the stockinette section that I had for my size, it was like this much white. Me and a couple of others felt like something was off. So today, kutovakika updated the pattern and was like super sweet about it. And this pattern now also has neck shaping, which her original sample didn't have. So I just didn't know if she intended for it to look this way since the pattern was updated, or if something was off. And today she updated the pattern, so I was right. Because yesterday I frogged the little progress of the text that I had, and it hurt because it took me forever. But I'm glad that I did now. I'm going to start the text today, and today it is Wednesday, and I will include you until I finish this test knit. I will talk to you more later when I get further into the text part of the sweater. Hello. I just came home from Melodifestivalen, and I was wearing this tiny little dress with tights, and I'm so freaking cold. That's why I'm in my bed with my robe. Kind of dying right now. But anyway, I have my knitting with me, and I need to show you my updates. We started the letters. S-T-I-T. Yes, you can kind of start to see it form, and I'm so excited. Below this, we're doing a gray a gray slipe. A gray stripe, like the gray we have here. And I will say it stands out more in real life than it does on camera right now, the gray. But I feel like we have so much brown and blue. I just need to put the gray back in there to connect everything. So I cannot wait for that. That's kind of giving me the motivation right now. I'm so cold, but yes, that's why I'm trying to finish the letters tonight. I have 4 more rows, like I said, and I'm just so excited to knit the gray stripe. Tomorrow, it is Saturday, and I'll be going on a little trip. I'll do my pre-Melodifestivalen ritual. And just quickly, for if you don't know, it's our national selection for Eurovision. It is tomorrow, but we went to the rehearsal today and it was so much fun. Farah, like a host for Melodifestivalen, she came up to me and had me sing a song in front of the arena before the show started. If anyone was there, I'm so sorry. I'm hoping to split for sleeves tomorrow, or at least on Sunday. The deadline is the 26th. I feel like I have so much time, which I'm very excited about. And as soon as I split for sleeves, it's just stockinette, which will be kind of boring. But we're getting there. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be working on now. Tonight it is 10 p.m. so I should go to bed soon. But I want to finish the letters first. Gonna have the time of my life right now. So, toodaloo, yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo.
Han säger inte ett ord, men fullföljer varenda övning. Gör allt han blir tillsagt. Klubbdirektören står i skogsbrynet. Tillräckligt nära för att se.
Hello, it is Saturday right now and I'm in my beautiful car with my beautiful season sweater and I'm in Onsala. This is the place where I grew up. My grandparents lived here and it's just become a tradition for me that every time it's Melodifestivalen, every time it's Eurovision, I need to go to Onsala and I have my little tradition of things to do. And I'm actually in the harbor right now where me and Copydolls went the first time they came to Sweden, which is very fun. Usually when I come here I sit outside, but it's -1 degrees. We have a runner in front of me, which is very funny. He's staring. Hello, sir. But I do have my knitting with me, and one of the traditions is to go to Dahls bageri. It used to be called Majgården. If anyone knows about that, that's very cool. But this thing is my favorite thing in the whole world. So one for me, one for my mom, and I also just bought myself a salad and a cup of tea. So I'm gonna sit here and listen to my audiobook, and when I've eaten, I'm gonna knit on my stitches sweater. And tonight it is UMK, so we're making Moscow mules, so I just need to take this out of my project bag. Here we are. Oh my god, wait. Here you can see. I'm about to split for sleeves. I just need to knit a couple of more rows of stockinette. The pattern has been updated with the stitches part here, that it was a lot of my letters started around here before, and Kutovakika gave the option to people that if they want to continue they can do that, like just go ahead. If they've already, sorry, 1 second, there we go. The big stockinette section in between the charts with the letters, it's way smaller now. There's nothing wrong with how the pattern looked before it was updated. It was just a different type of sweater. But for me, I only have one more row of stockinette knitting until I split for sleeves. Putting on Beyond Stad, Bear Town by Fredrik Backman, my favorite author.
Till typ förra året. Han sätter sin panna mot hennes. Du och jag vet sanningen.
Mamma? Ja? Vad är det vi ska kolla på nu? Det heter UMK.
Ja, musik.
UMK.
UMK-musik.
Säg god morgon. Säg god morgon. It is currently winter wonderland. Outside it's been snowing so much, which is pretty sad because I was excited for spring. But we need to talk stitches sweater. So we split for sleeves, which is so exciting, and I'm loving how it looks. I was right about the stripe, I think. That the zigzag in gray, it just kind of brought it all together. However, I'm stuck. You can see the zigzags here. In the original pattern, before it was updated, my size had these zigzags on the body, so I just didn't read the pattern and just thought that was what happened. But by updating the pattern and removing these big stockinette sections here, she added this zigzag portion on the yoke for my size, which is an XL. However, I tried it on yesterday and the fit is perfect. It is already a bit oversized. The only thing that I can feel and that another tester commented on was that the sleeves is very, very big. I will pick up stitches underneath as well, and the sleeves will be very oversized, which is super nice. But in ratio to the body, it is quite a big difference. Like the body is still oversized, but not as oversized as the sleeves, if that makes sense. Another tester who made a size X small, I believe, or something like that, had the same thing. And it is not weird that happens, because when splitting for sleeves, you want it to look good with the letters, you know, and for everything to make sense. I just think if I were to add this on the yoke, I don't think it needs that, my size, an XL. At least one of the stripes, maybe, for the yoke, but not both of them. If you didn't know, Kutovakika is pregnant. I don't want to bother her with all my questions for the pattern, but it is a test knit. But I did ask a couple of days ago, and I thought the pattern might be wrong first. We're supposed to have the zigzags on the yoke, so I just thought something was wrong since another person commented that, and I went ahead and knitted the zigzags on the body. The smallest size to a size large are supposed to do the zigzags on the body, but our sizes, we're supposed to just not knit it on the sleeve. You were supposed to already have them. And I was a bit sad because I made the zigzags look so good, and I was like, okay, great. The color work is finished. I split for sleeves, and now I'm like, I made a mistake. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just waiting for Kutovakika to respond, but I'm letting her take all the sweet time that she wants to take. But I feel weird continuing it now, the body today, if I need to frog, you know, and I can't start the sleeve either and do the color work on the sleeve if I'm supposed to frog. So I don't know, like I kind of love figuring it out. Like this is why I like test knitting, and we'll see what happens. But today, Tuesday the 13th, I'm just not gonna knit on it, I think. And I was thinking, since I'm waiting, I have this yarn that I wanted to knit with for so long. The pattern is supposed to be finished in 23 days. No, hell no, 13 days, like 2 weeks. So I'm not very stressed because it's just stockinette on the arms and on the body. I'm not stressed about time, so I will wait at least today. And I think if I don't get a response in 2 days, I'm gonna go ahead and knit the body with how it looks right now, because the testing in itself, it's kind of like a mixture of, some people have continued on with the pre-updated version, some people have, like, you know, but yes. So today I will actually, I think, cast on something new, just because I do have some knits to knit on, some other whips, like my Joker Out tee. I think that's it, and maybe something else, my cardigan from last year, but it's not something I want to knit on right now. It's my Eurovision knits. So the stitches sweater is all that I have on my needles at the moment. So I'm thinking of casting on a cloud sweater. I would get up and show you the yarn right now, but I have a shaking dog. I think she's a little cold and a little sad. So I just need to take care of her. I don't want to move her. September, August, I think, we went up to Ganafären in Stenungsund and we bought some really nice kos, and it is gorgeous. I've been waiting to knit with this kos for so long, and I was actually gonna do it now, but then I applied for the test knit for Kutovakika, so I'm just gonna cast it on, and I'm thinking a cloud sweater by Bettina, just because with the hosier cardigan, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make another sample with this kos yarn. But the kos in itself is very like variegated, so like you could see no structure at all, even when with the lace pattern with the holes. So this color of the yarn is just meant to be knitting stockinette with, for sure. And I feel like the cloud sweater is just so classic, and it's just a stockinette sweater, but I love the little details. And on the edges, she has like a rolled edge on the neckline and also some rib on the edges. But I don't think I'm gonna do that because you can't even see ribbing with this yarn color. So I might just do folded edges. I think that would be super, super nice. And I also bought a strand of mohair to it this fall when I remember it was Halloween. Like, I've meant to use this yarn for so long, so I think today it is time. And with kos, I've only knitted with like blown yarns with 7 6mm needles with the mohair, but this pattern is a 4.5. and it is actually so gorgeous. I feel like everything I've knitted with blown yarns on bigger needles loses its shape pretty quickly, and it's a bit uneven, but it just looks stunning. And I just think that green color would just be, I think I would feel very pretty in it, so I can't wait to cast it on. I'm gonna let her down. Ska vi gå ner? Ska vi gå ner? Duktiga tjejer. Säg hej då! Hej då, Isa! I don't know what's going on with me. So I have this yarn in mind for like a month at most. And I saw it on TikTok, I think, on Sandneskon's TikTok. And I was obsessed. And then I saw the last time I was here at Shinagon that they had it in store. And I was like, no, not now. But I couldn't resist anymore. So I just bought 8 skeins of poppy. Did I have to do that? No. Anyway, I've traveled from Varberg to Kina and now I'm traveling home. Hello, good morning. It is Saturday and I'm about to start working. I'm gonna be working until 4 and then we'll go home to my brother's house and then watch Melodifestivalen. I haven't updated you on my stitches sweater, however, one sleeve is finished and I just have the ribbing left. So if I wasn't working, I'd be done with it and blocking it currently because the deadline is on Monday, but I'm working. So I'll probably have time to finish it tonight and maybe block it tonight, we'll see. I'll try to show you an update today before I block it, but today is a bit stressful and I'm opening the store in 2 minutes. So just wanted to get this in here, and while I work, I'm actually gonna be planning for my next project because I have an idea of what I want to do and I bought the pattern. However, I'm gonna have to play around a little bit and I'm about to ask people on Instagram for advice. But now I gotta start working, so bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ignore the leaf. I quickly want to show you the outfit for today. Store-bought cardigan. I'm sorry, I did not knit this. I look like I'm going to a wedding. Bye. These are new sweaters. Knit it up. By the way, my Sunday cardigan is here so I can show you guys. This is the Sunday cardigan I knitted for Anna. You've seen the yarn store 1,000 times by now. But I'm still gonna show you it because it is gorgeous and cozy. Closing the store for the day and I'm a bit stressed because I need to leave.
She needs to leave.
But I need your help. I know this is in the future, so it won't matter. But I did ask on Instagram for help earlier this morning before my job, the workday started. And as always, thank you so much for answering my polls when I ask for help. But it always ends up being 50-50 in the vote, so I never know what to do. Sorry about the leaf. I want to make the twist loop top because I want to make something sexy for once. I'm always an old lady, but I want something tight fitting. I want to get out of my comfort zone, basically. I like white or dark colors on me. I feel like light blue, light green, light pink doesn't really work. I need like a dark color. And I've always, it's just gonna be there, sorry. Always wanted to knit with this like Bordeaux colorway. It's darker in real life than what's showing off right now. Or as always, I've knitted my Mauricia cardigan in this green. It is also darker in real life. I love green, but I have knitted with this before, so it feels dumb. This brings out the redness in my skin, I feel like, and the blueness under my eye, but it's still good. But then this one kind of, oh, the lighting is so bad. I trying so bad. Is this better? Right? I don't know. I'll wait to see what people on Instagram say. But it's gonna be one of these colors because I need something dark. It's also a tank top. And I'm gonna talk to you more later about what I'm thinking because I'm gonna change up the pattern a little bit. The entire registry system stopped working in the middle of the day. So I've been having to write everything by hand and figure out the math by myself. So I'm a bit, whew. So I just need to text Anna with everything because she's not getting it automatically today. And then I need to leave. So you need to leave.
Excuse me, she needs to leave. I'm the hostess of the dinner and her behavior is not acceptable. I'd like for her to leave.
I must be confused, babe. Only one I want is you, babe. Bra, mamma. Shake her from the trap. Wait. I'm just a baby, I'm the worrying kind. 10 minuter kvar. For goodness sake. Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo. Look at what I'm wearing. So exactly 1 week ago today, I finished this one and I blocked it. However, I was away on a trip and I didn't bring my camera, and then I've been working the last couple of days, so I haven't had time to update you, but here we are. And I am quite proud of the finished outcome. I think my favorite thing about it is the color scheme that I chose. I looked back at a picture of the original Stitches sweater that Kika made, and it is gorgeous, and I kind of regret not doing the rust. But then again, the gray just gives a different vibe and it's a different sweater. But I really like the color scheme going on. And there are some things about it that I would probably change. So if this wasn't a test knit, I think I would have skipped out on the neck increases just because of the line that it creates, especially in the back. But that's something like only knitters notice, I think. And then on the back, you always have the hair covering it. But for me, I will redo German short rows 1,000 times over just not to have those bumps that you can get sometimes. So if it is a project that has German short rows, I usually use a mohair just for the fact to cover everything up. So that's just one thing that I don't like. Just know that you could eliminate the neck shaping, and obviously short rows and stuff is really nice for the fit. For me, I would prefer it without the neck shaping, so do with that what you will. And then I would probably knit the sleeves a little longer. The size XL is supposed to split for sleeves here, and I split for sleeves here instead by mistake. And that might be why the sleeves are short, but they're also not short. It's just that I would like the sleeves to go until here, and I don't want to do decreases like this. I want to have open sleeves. That's usually what I like. I do have 2 skeins left of the white alpaca wool, so I'm thinking I'll probably re-knit the sleeves at some point, just so I wear it more, because it's just kind of like a sensory issue for me that I keep having to like pull it down and hold it like this for it to cover my hands, because I'm always cold on my hands, so I always, yeah, whatever. And then I accidentally made the bind off edge very tight, so you see it has no stretch now, but I managed to stretch it out a lot in blocking, so it's not tugging at me, but it doesn't have a nice fall. So I think if I were to go back and re-knit the sleeves, I will probably redo the bind off and make a split hem. I really like this look of not having a split hem with this sweater, but I just think since it's a bit oversized and stuff, I think it would be nice just for it to get a nice fall, a nice drape, and it would fit me better, I think, because right now I love the shirt. I love how everything came out, and like the issues I had before where I thought that you could see where I catched floats, it's like when everything is finished, it's not visible anymore like that. So very happy with the color work and color scheme, but there are some design things that I want to change just for me, and that's just something I would have done. Like I would have made a split hem, I would have made the sleeves longer and such if it was not a test knit, you know, but it's a test knit, so I wanted to stick to the pattern. I have some neighbors outside making some noise, so I hope you can still hear me. Before test knitting for Kutovakika, I heard that her testing process was about 2 weeks. I think this one was around 3 weeks. It started in the beginning of February and then ended at the end of February. So for me, it was fine, but it was because I had a lot of time to knit. So I was stressing a little bit towards the end, but so I would probably test it for kutovakika again. I really like testing for Maria, but this was very nice to try different designers and see how they write patterns. I feel like I learned a lot. So I think I want to branch out and start to try and test knit for new designers, maybe like Strikkekaffe. That's a new one that I found that I really like. And yeah. And this week, I told you about the yarn that I was choosing between at the yarn store. Ended up not choosing that. I have bought 4 different patterns, casted them on, changed things up, and I'm kind of unsure where I'm at. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the night knitting on the thing I casted on now, and I'm gonna start a week of knitting video. So you'll see in my next video what I decided to do after this one. But thank you so much for following along this video and seeing the stitches sweater work up. And fun fact, I only have 1 contact in because I lost my other one. So if I'm looking at you strangely, that's why. But that was it for today. I'm gonna watch Melodifestivalen tonight and just knit and enjoy life. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.